Hi, welcome back. I'm sitting here at the job site just taking in some of the lovely peaceful sounds that are typical in this neighborhood. Lots of birds and cute little bugs, butterflies, bunnies, deer, raccoons, squirrels, chipmunks, all that kind of stuff. It's quite a difference from the past 7 days. If you can believe, it's been a full week. It was last Wednesday that the Bartley Corporation came in and demoed the house, and they've made just amazing progress. After demolition, they went ahead and excavated the site. Next step was to verify that everything was in the right place. They had to stake everything out, and then they put down the footer forms. Yesterday, they poured the footers, removed the forms late in the afternoon. You can see the rebar standing up in the middle of the footers. And we had an inspector come this morning, and he was able to verify that where that rebar is standing, which is where the foundation or basement walls are going to go, is in accordance with those setback lines that we worked so hard to adhere to. So that was a really big challenge, and thanks to great work by a great team of people, mission accomplished. We are going to be pouring those foundation walls over the next several days, and soon, believe it or not, we're going to have a basement. It is so exciting to watch the progress of this house just keep moving right along. So as we're sitting here in the neighborhood, I wanted to tell you a little bit about some of the design decisions for the exterior elevation of the new house. See, the old house, if you remember pictures of that, was built in the late 1950s, as were many of the homes, most of the homes, in fact, in this neighborhood. So most of those homes are brick ranches, 1,100 or 1,200 square feet, with big, beautiful treed and lush green lots that are just mature and lovely. And there are also a few homes that are colonial style. Apparently, from what I understand, they were built in the late 1980s after a sewer line was run into the neighborhood. Previously, from what I understand, there was just septic, and for whatever reason, there were a few lots that couldn't be built upon with the septic. So once the sewer was brought in, there were a few colonial homes that were built throughout the neighborhood too, and we really wanted to make sure that our new home really blended in as much as possible with the homes that currently exist on the street. We didn't want to build some big, crazy, ostentatious, like Cribs house from Miami Beach that totally stuck out like a sore thumb. So we were very conscious of designing the exterior of the house. You'll see a lot of elements like the hip roof, for example, and that's where the roof kind of tilts up on the sides. One of the things that does is first, it reflects the designs of a lot of the ranches in the neighborhood, and it also brings the whole profile of the house down a little bit. So it would be a lot taller if we had just the standard straight edge roof. We also have done things like the siding that you're going to see is comparable to a lot of the siding in the other homes in the neighborhood. We have the stone elements on the bottom of the house because there's a lot of brick and stone and those types of things going on in the neighborhood. There are black shutters because, again, that's reflective, and we want to make sure that it's this wonderful, consistent experience in when people see our house, that it really truly fits in and complements the existing homes in the neighborhood. And I think another nice testament, actually, is something that's kind of cool with the old house. You see, there are lots of pieces of the old house that are living on within the neighborhood. A neighbor just 2 doors down is getting ready to list their house for sale. So they were able to repurpose the windows, the deck, the flooring, some other items. Our next door neighbor right over here took some items from the house, including one of the old brass door knockers. Several of the neighbors before demolition came over and dug up some landscaping. They took things like hostas and lavender and rose bushes and azaleas and replanted them into their yards. So there are all kinds of neighbors. Oh, there was another neighbor who was even thrilled to take the porch swing and put that over in her yard. So it's such a wonderful testament that there are so many people in this neighborhood that really loved the previous owners, the Strombergs, the people who built this house, and then went on to raise their family here. And they grew up here together, they lived here together, they shared so many memories together. And I just think it's really nice to know that their memory really lives on in so many other homes throughout the community. So I'll leave you with that. I hope you have an awesome Wednesday, and we'll see you next week. Have a really great day.